Hi, Harry here for the Rant on November 3rd. The markets are still trying to act like, oh, we can go to new highs. No, I don't think so. They already tried that. We're already bounced to 14,447 on the Nasdaq. Remember, that's the index I am most quoting, okay, because it's the most dynamic. And then we've been in a correction since, which is actually moving in a channel. So something predictable here. I was just talking to my fund manager in Australia, and he just said he's never seen the markets more unpredictable or out of sync short term ever. But you know, there is a pattern right now, thank God, that we're going down in this channel and we're about to hit the final wave up in that channel if it continues, which would be about 13,660 on the Nasdaq. So that's up about 2% from here recently. And if we go down and test the bottom of that, that'd be about 12,300. That'll be a decent move down, okay? And that, if we move out that whole sequence, that would be the final wave down in the first larger wave of this crash since the rebound, okay? Since July 19th, that top again at 14,447 on the Nasdaq. So that's where we're at. We're in the first wave down. We can complete, once we bottom in this channel and bounce back up, probably to that 13,660 level would be a good target. Then that'll complete the two wave and we'll be ready to start the big one. Okay, and the big one is the third wave down. That is the middle wave. It's usually the longest, it's usually the strongest and hardest, and that's certainly what we need here. And you got to remember, what the markets do is they're always trying to fake you out, always trying to fool you, okay? They know that they've been in a bubble, and they know a big crash follows it, but they're not going to give a hint of that. So this whole down play so far looks just like another correction, okay, in the long-term boom, okay? So it's when we break back below some of these levels I'm talking about that we'll get confirmation, no. But this is playing out fine for me. This is looking like, again, first wave down, we basically correct that, and then we hit the big one. So that's the one you did. If you missed the first one, you don't want to miss this second one. So I will keep subscribers updated on that. Now, just again, longer term, my rant here. I've been thinking about this the last week again and again. Why can't we grow up as people, as politicians, as financial analysts, as central bankers, for crying out loud, and get that we can't just have a super highway to heaven, okay? Everybody wants boom, 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 no recessions, go to heaven and stay there forever. This is how humans think about everything, and it's bad thinking. And it's not good for you or the economy or anybody. We have cycles for a reason. I'm a cycle expert, okay? We have cycles because we need challenge, which we get more in a down cycle. When something succeeded and starting to run out of steam, you're going to have a lull. Well, that creates challenges and things start to fail and all that stuff. Well, that's when the real innovations happen. If we didn't have these downturns and challenges, we wouldn't have innovation. And innovation is what drives the engine, okay? And then the boom is when the innovations from that downturn now can more easily move into the mainstream and spread to all people and spread joy and hope and peace and all that good stuff, okay? So that's how the economy works, okay? The central bankers just want this thing to grow. Politicians don't want to ever have a recession, especially near an election like we're coming up on. And that's just absurd. We should let the economy do what it does best, okay? And not free market capitalism exactly is set up a good structure that's fair and then let it grow bottoms up. Don't manage it from the top down, which all we've been doing, especially since the 2008 downturn. We get one deep recession and now, oh, we got to manage this monster and never let that happen again. That recession, if it had gone another year and a half, would have washed out all these bad debts and zombie companies, and we would be in much better position to grow again. Now we're probably going to have to do that in the next year or two, and I'm hoping we do get that. If we get through 2024, and we do not have a deeper shakeout and downturn that really gets rid of bad debts and zombie companies, then we are going to limp into the next boom, and that will be the biggest disfavor the baby boomers and my generation and the older generation could do for the millennials coming along. And look at history. What's wrong with recessions and depressions, okay? What the greatest boom in history. We've lived in it. After World War II, 1950 through 2021. There is not a comparable boom in that time period, okay? Incredible. What did it follow? Not a depression, the Great Depression in the 1930s. World War II, the biggest, worst war in history, okay? And then before that, the 1900s were the greatest century in history. There's not even one to compare, okay? How much progress in standard of living and everything, and stock booms, everything. What did it follow? The Long Depression from 1873 through 1897. 24 years of depression, okay? So it's set up, we can't have great booms without great busts, okay? Because again, it's a cycle. We expand in the booms, all the innovations, but the real innovation happens when we're challenged. We're lazy as human beings. We need to be challenged to wake up and do the right thing. And then the ultimate, okay? Just the farther I go back in history, the Dark Ages. I call that a 500-year depression. What was that followed by? The greatest expansion in all of European history. The great medieval expansion, the Renaissance, all that great stuff came out of those dark ages. So folks, this is reality. What we can do as business people, families, investors, we can just take advantage of these cycles. There's clear things to do both ways. And so I'm not on the thing of, we got to get this economy in shape and get to an economy where we don't have recessions. I want recessions. I love recessions. Depressions are even better. Those only come once in a lifetime, okay? Because they are so fierce, but they're all necessary. So again, we're sticking with this crash started after late 2021 peak, 14th, and had a big first wave down, and then a nice rally, very strong rally back, stronger than it deserved, and now we're headed into that big middle wave that'll take us back down towards the COVID lows, and that's when people are going to get, oh my gosh, this is not a correction, this is not a recession, this is a crash, and this is a depression. If you can be ahead of that, you'll make more money in the next several months or year or so than you've made at any time in the market cycle, and you just have to go the opposite. You have to be more short than long. So again, I'll keep you updated. Keep cheery. Bad times are necessary. They're not bad. They're going to be very, very good for us if we stick with them here.